Hi guys, and I'm back with this review or look at this rather stunning Bachmann LOCO. This is a Ner E1 or a J72. This is in the pre-grouping livery, and before we get into the video I will point it out, this livery is wrong. Bachmann have admitted it's wrong. They got the colouring wrong, but on pre-order it sold pretty fast, so they kept with it. Fair play to them. To be honest, to me it does look nice. So this is my take on this particular model. This came out, I think, around January 2020. It could have even been December 2019, but I think it's more January. And this is all new retooled version. Before it was mainline, and then we had mainline / Bachmann split chassis one. So let's go into the video, shall we? Here is some model history or information on the J72. 3SMR produced a 3mm scale white metal kit of the J72. Bachmann and mainline sell a ready-to-run version of a J72 for 00, and in 2020 Bachmann retooled theirs and released it. 4mm scale kits of the J72 were produced by Newcastle and Preservative, DJH and Percy range, included in the O-gauge kit range for the J72. As we start off in the detail bag, it's nice Bachmann to add them. We have some doors which are in green with 2 of them. We have some lamps as well, separately applied, they're in there too. We can add to the LOCO. We have some chain link couplings. I wish they would have added to the LOCO, but it's a nice touch there by Bachmann. Basic detail bag, but some parts are highly detailed as well. Onto the front of the locomotive. As you can tell, the smokebox door is in silver, so are the hinges, and so are the northeastern type smokebox dart. They're also in silver as well. We also have a silver handrail. We also have some sanding equipment. We put the sanding next to the boiler. We have 3 lamp irons at the bottom and 1 at the top as well. It's a nice touch. We also have sprung buffers, and they are very loosely sprung as well. We also have the Northeastern Railway style buffer beam with all the detail that's on it, with the class and the number, and that's picked out in red with the Northeastern style lettering. And then we do have the NEM couplings as well. And then we have some things to knock off the stuff on the tracks, I believe. As we move on to the side of the LOCO, I'd just like to point one thing out if I can. The green is not correct. Bachmann have openly admitted this. The green is not correct. The reason they kept it is simply because it sold really fast. The northeastern green didn't really exist on this locomotive from what they tell us. But the livery is nice, nicely lined. Some gold banding around the boiler, as well as some white and black lining as well. The white and black lining is all around the loco, from the tanks to the bunker, and the splashers as well. And I also think the wheels. We do have a reverser rod next to the splasher, or where you put the sanding equipment. Next to that we have a fine handrail going up the side of the tank. Onto the tank itself we have some separately applied parts which look like some sort of steam pipe, I believe, I could be wrong. Then we also have some stuff where you put your your irons and stuff and your shovels on the tank. As you look across to that, we have the safety valves and whistles, which I think are plastic, but I'm really unsure. We have a separately applied dome and a chimney as well. Moving on to the wheels themselves, we do have some sanding pipes. They are separately applied. We also have covering on the wheels in the axles. Apart from one of mine is slightly scratched. Apart from that, they are very nice and lined, like I said. The rods themselves are very delicate and nice. The steps either side and the running board itself is lined in red. It's a very great touch there by Bachmann. The number of the LOCO is 2173, and that is very nice, nicely crisp, nicely tempo printed as well. There is some differences on the other side, and we'll get to that in a minute. As we move on to the other side of the LOCO, the only difference here really is we don't have a reversing rod, but you can see through to the mechanism inside the cylinders. They're picked out in red. That is a very nice touch there from Bachmann. Failing that, there's not much difference. We are missing the place where you put your shovels and stuff for the coal and for the firemen. That isn't on this side, so that is correct. Speaking about the wheels are missing some of the axle covers. It's a little shoddy there, but it doesn't bother me. I just thought I'd point that out. Failing that, there's not much difference on this side of the locomotive. As we move on to the cab area itself, let's start off with the main feature of the locomotive that Bachmann have promoted a lot. It does have firebox flicker, even on DC ready. It is pretty strong, it's pretty great, so it does have that as well. The cab itself is highly detailed in many aspects, from the wood fet floor, just painted in a wood colour. That is a nice touch. We have fine handrails as well. We also have, on the back of the cab, we also have a cabinet style thing as well. That's picked out as well as painted. The whole of the interior is painted in a white. Dials are painted. The regulators are painted. It is nice. The only upside here, or the downside really, is glazing. Yes, it has glazing, but it's a glazing bar on the front and the back windows. But the windows are in a gold rim, and it is a very nice touch. It's a highly detailed cab, nothing against it. As we move on to the bunker of the locomotive, or the back of the locomotive, yes, it has sprung buffers. It's a very nice touch. The bottom of the buffer beam does have the number and the class like the front. We also have an NEM coupling as well. We also have 3 black lamp irons at above the buffer. We also have a third one in the middle, which is painted green. We have some lining as well, which is black, white, black and white. There's nice lining, it's all the way through the locomotive. We also have this shiny handrail, which is all the way through the locomotive from the boiler to the front of the smokebox door. Very nice touch there by Bachmann. We also have a step, which looks separately applied. It could be moulded, but it's still very fine, very nice. The coal load, I'm not sure if it's removable or not, but it is very fine, very detailed coal for a model, shall we say. And as you can see, we have a black back with gold rim windows for the back of the cab. As we do a bird's eye view of the locomotive, you can also see the handrails on the boiler that I forgot to mention. Very nice, very shiny, very correct. Also see them things that I think are steam domes. I'm not sure if they are for the water. I'm unsure. They are picked out in green. You'll see the safety valves and whistles a little bit more better as well. On the cab we have that thing that makes the rainwater run away from the driver's entrance really. And you can see the coal as well. It's very nice. Very detailed too. You can see the banding of the livery, which is the white, black, white lining. And finally we move on to the underneath of the locomotive even. As you can see, it's got the brake rigging already applied, which is a great touch by Bachmann. You can see it has sprung buffers, and I've mentioned it before, but you can see it now. You see the mechanism there. You can see the type of coupling, which is an NEM one. All 6 wheels do have pickups on them, which is very good. It's a very nice runner, may I add. And you see the screws where you take the shell off, I believe. That's about it for the underneath of the locomotive. So yeah guys, that's on the tracks. Next will be the usual test of points and second radius. I am using a new controller depending on when you watch this video. So I'm not 100% with it, so here goes. .30, pretty good. I'm just still getting used to this controller on DC. So yeah guys, I think that's a little fast, but there's nothing I can do. I'm still getting used to the new controller, but still pretty good, I think. Maybe the track could do with a clean, if I'm honest. Next up will be slow speed, and I'll find it a running friend, and I'll give my opinions at the end. What's that? 21? 21? Not bad, 21 on DC. So yeah guys, that's the end of the running session. Before I give my opinion, I'll show you what it ran with. So we have the other Bachmann locomotive, which is a Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 1P Collectors Club. And that was on some freight, as you can see. Then if we go into shed, we have the Oxford Rail N7, I want to say. This is a beautiful locomotive, one of the best. Then we have another lovely runner there, which is the Lord Nelson class, Hornby Lord Nelson class, Lord Dave or Lord Rodney, quite Lord Dave by a nickname. And then we have the all new Great Western 43XX Mogul, another fantastic runner as well. So yeah, going back to the J72 or E1, this ran with some mixed stock, some Thompson coaches from trying days and old Gresley brake at the end. I really didn't know what to run with because I don't have Northeast in stock yet. Hopefully soon when Genesis coaches come out, and I might do. For me, this is a great locomotive. Just one warning to anyone. As you might know when you watch my 1P video, this has a cordless motor, so please don't use a feedback controller or a electric track cleaner that you can get, because it will damage the motor and probably damage the equipment too. Would I recommend one? Yeah, you could call it preserved in this class and get away with that, I think. Could be a station pilot for the northeastern people, LNR people, or if you just like pre-grouping liveries and locos. Very nice. Bachmann should be proud of this locomotive. I know I am. It's one of the best LNR locos I've got. Apart from it doesn't like one of the points I have, which that's fine. So yeah, let me know your opinions on this, and I'll see you in the next video. Please take care and bye.